Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my platform. And those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. My name is ASTRAEA Love, and I'm the Psychic Tarot Angel Oracle. I'm going to do a reading for you guys today. So we're calling upon Jesus Christ, the Most High God, the Holy Spirit, the Ascended Masters, the Archangels, our spiritual team of highest light and resonance, and our ancestors. And we're asking that they put a shield of protection around us, blocking out any negativity or anyone that would try to negatively influence or impact this reading in any way. I pray for the highest light, the highest wisdom, and the highest truth to be revealed to me and my collective, and I pray for all of my subscribers. Okay, so thank you, God, for everything that you do. Please continue to protect us and support us during our life's work and mission. And if you have any messages that you want channeled, I am always open to receive that and to give that to the collective. So if you guys have any personal questions, you can send me a $20 Cash App, USD, or $20 PayPal payment. I put both of those in the chat. And once that is confirmed, then you can ask your question and I'll use a different deck to answer your question. Okay. So we're going to start with the Gilded Tarot, which I really like this deck. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself. Welcome in, Fashionista. And with any of the information being channeled, please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes copyright, gatekeeping, shadow banning, no energy harvesting, no evil eyes, and no witchcraft. Okay. So you may be shocked to find out about this other person. But what God wants you to know is that even though this information that's going to come out about them may shock you, it's coming out for a reason. Okay. So there's somebody that has been in somebody's life for quite some time, or you had just removed this person. So you've mastered something when it comes to this person. This could literally be it could be like dealing with a narcissist. Oh, and make sure you guys like the video when you come in. It really helps this channel, this platform, whatever you want to call it. It helps it reach the people that it needs to reach. And it helps me know that the message is resonating. So we could be talking about an ex. We could be talking about somebody that you cut off, a friend. Whoever this person is, they're very mischievous. They're very devious. It's almost like this person is very defiant against your success. And this may shock you because they seem to be like somebody that acts like you're one of your main supporters, right? So you could have somebody that's playing in your face and then behind the scenes, they're being very deceitful. They think that you're not going to see this because they believe that they're very deceiving. Like they just don't, they think that the fool, they believe that you are not wise enough to know a fool when you see one, like straight up. I would say this is their energy. The Fool's not a bad card. It is starting from number 0, but it's not like necessarily a negative card. It's, but it can be when somebody is completely unaware of self. And I do feel like you're dealing with somebody that projects a lot. They project what they want, what they're feeling onto other people. So like if this person has disgust for something, they project that. Okay. So you're being seen as somebody holding a scepter, somebody who's actually winning. Like you're being seen as a very powerful influencer. And I feel like this King of Pentacles is actually your energy. You could have had to step into your divine masculinity. That's funny. Divine masculinity, right? To be able to hold on to these finances, because this person really, really believes that you're some type of joke. Like they love to play games, but they're very, very serious. Like they're a serious person, but they love to play games, which is crazy. Okay, so there's somebody that watches your progress very closely. Ace of Cups. Look at that eye. They're watching you grow, evolve, and become a better version of yourself. And this person is like, oh, I can do that. What shocks you about this person is that they have pretended to support you for a very long time. And It's almost like this person can't keep their mask on. 2, they were taking some type of action against y'all. 6 of Wands, they did not want you coming into this fame, recognition, reward, being honored and loved. And I'm feeling like this person was doing something to the solar plexus. Okay. So not a very wise choice of them. They were definitely wanting you to feel insecure when it comes to a love contract with the universe and when it comes to having a divine love union. So what may shock you about this person is that you could think that they're all about money, but they're also about stopping your love life. I feel like this person is very sad that you no longer want to engage with them, that you don't want to swap out energies with them. They're very sad that whatever this door that they had to you has been shut. And they're feeling like crap. How can I pry open that door? How can I get back inside that door? It's not really possible because you've not left the door open, right? Hierophant. This person feels like if they go to a Hierophant, that this Hierophant will be able to look at that door behind that, or that's a window maybe. This person, I was looking at it like a door. This person literally is thinking that they can go to any Hierophant. I know that looks like a pope, but literally it could be any wizard, warlock, whatever, person that owns a coven, or I don't know, whatever with witchcraft. But they could go to somebody that's like a Hierophant, and they really believe that this Hierophant is going to be able to open that door up with you. This is literally somebody going and getting a love spell put on somebody, and whoever they go to is like, oh yeah, I can do that. They'll be back with you in a certain amount of days or whatever nonsense, and it never works, right? So they thought they could just go there. They didn't worry when you were closing the door on them. They were not worried because they always knew in the back of their mind that the moment they got ready, they were going to go to a Hierophant. And this Hierophant would then open the door for them to come back in. This is not going to happen. 4 of Cups. This person is extremely dissatisfied with life. Their focus is mainly on getting your money, okay? They want your fame, they want your money, and they want your clout. They want attention. This is like somebody who's a vampire of every type. So yeah, they're very discontent with the cup the universe has given them because it's not your cup, right? This is not somebody that wants something like what you have. They want what you have, straight up. And they feel like if you're not going to give it to them, then they're going to take it. And that's not what's going to happen here. You're not being compelled to go back to this person. In fact, you're being compelled to walk away from them. You could have had a dream about this person. You could have had a vision. You could have just gotten a feeling. Whatever it was, it's going to help you move forward. This person is very dissatisfied because they're focusing on your life, not theirs. If they would focus all this energy into their own life and maybe do a love spell on themselves, maybe they would start to love themselves and things would get better for them. But this person is not going to do that because I don't know why they don't want to love themselves. Maybe they're holding something against themselves. I feel like this person's higher self does not agree with their behavior. That's what the blockage is. The 5 of Cups, they're crying over spilt milk, things from the past. This person, when it was time to act, they didn't act. They could have saved this relationship, but they chose not to. Okay. So they're crying over spilt milk now because you're in fame, public recognition, being praised, coming up in the spotlight, queen bee, that type of energy. Before you weren't in the boss energy. And so they didn't feel like they were losing out on anything. But since you are not having them in your life anymore, now they feel like, oh, so since you walk away from me, now you're going to go ascend. Now you're going to become a King of Pentacles. You're going to become, this financially successful, stable person. No, I'm going to try to kick over all of your cups of happiness and I'm going to drain all of the blood out of the Holy Grail. That's the vibe that this person gives off. Ace of Wands, literally, you've kicked them out of your energy for a reason. See that eclipse energy of the moon and the sun right there on that card? You had to cut this person out of your energy. It was like either them or you know what I mean? And so it's obviously going to be them that goes. So God has another plan for this fool that thinks that They're crying over spilt milk. This person could be waking up from some type of spell work that they had tried to go to a Hierophant for. And they're realizing that they're still in love with you, or they still want to be around you, or whatever. How this person wants you to give them another chance so that they can abuse you, like literally. Extremely abusive, neglectful, narcissistic, energy vampire, vindictive, evil person. Yeah, you're too strong. Your energetic cutoff game is too strong for this person to deal with. The moment that you close this door on them, they started to lose a lot. Like their energy, because you were being used as some form of strength or protection for this person. This person could have been throwing your name out there, throwing you under the bus, talking bad on you, trying to belittle you. They definitely don't want you having confidence in yourself. 5 of Wands. This person was trying to compete with you for your own resources. Like, riddle me that. This person wanted to compete with you for energy that's yours. This is why they're being told to sit down, take several seats. The 2, again, so they were trying to take some type of active step towards taking you out of balance and putting you in disarray. And this person loves to do chaos magic, but they don't operate well in chaos, and they're finding this out. That's why it's just foolish of them. Yeah, your wheel of fortune and your destiny and your fate is too strong for this person to argue or negotiate with. This person feels like such a narcissist. They're like, since you don't want me in your life, you deserve to be punished. You deserve to lose. And then that's what's happening to them. And they're like, wait, I spoke all this stuff against collective. Well, yeah, you said some words, but the universe, only understands vibration. And this person's a fucking loser. And so that's what the universe spat back at them, is that they're a fool, an idiot, and a loser. Somebody that takes unnecessary risks for no reason. Like there really wasn't a bigger reason for this. This is somebody that's just very competitive, very boring, very lazy. They don't want you taking care of yourself. This 2 of Wands, they want to know what your ideas are, what your passion is, where you're putting your creative vision. I mean, they want to know all these things about you, but like literally they keep trying to use witchcraft to open some type of spiritual door on you. They also tried to use a Hierophant and tried to make that person judge you because they want to compete with you, which is crazy. Page of Pentacles, literally, this person is trying to compete with something that's going to be left as a legacy to you and your children. They're not getting their hands on this. This time traveling shift and freak is not getting their hands on whatever is yours. What's meant for you is meant for you. What's meant for them is meant for them. They can turn away from what's meant for them and go after what's meant for you, but doesn't mean that they're going to be successful. The 5 of Pentacles. This person is only this upset right now because they're losing. They're in the 5 of Pentacles. They're being casted away. They're being casted out. They're being thrown to the wolves. The people around this person are not helping them with their bills. They're not giving them a place to stay. This is somebody who is a complete freaking parasitic leech. Like of every type, financial, emotional, mental fit. This person just really like they negatively affect anyone they come into contact with. This person has so much bad karma. There's a community that wants this person out. They're like, get the F out of here. We do not want you here. So I don't know what this person has done, but this was stupid. It was a stupid idea to come for you because of your intellectual property or whatever your fortune is. Your fortune is what your fortune is. This person missed out. They didn't see the door to value in you when you were in their energy. That's too bad for them. You're not going to go backwards and accept them back because they were unable to see your door to value. Had they seen your door to value, they would have taken it to another Hierophant and had witchcraft done on it. So God literally opened up your door to value when you booted this person out of your life. And that's why your things started to get, this person just sees you getting better with them being gone and them getting worse. And they keep blaming you for it. But this person's the one that's doing magic. You're not even doing magic on them. You haven't even returned their energy back to them. This is all happening to them because they're a fucking loser. And their vibration is being a loser, a bum, a lazy piece of shit, and good for nothing fucking idiot. Like straight up. I couldn't be any more real about the way I feel about this person. That is what they put out on a day-to-day basis about themselves, that they don't believe in themselves. They're not confident in themselves. They're more confident in a fucking love spell from some stranger than they are in destiny and fate actually wanting you two to be together. This is how I know for a fact that this person, this foolish idiot, knows that they're not meant to be with you. This is not some type of twin flame that's having an awakening. This is not what that is. This is somebody that, will play the role of a soulmate or twin flame, but they know damn well that they're not supposed to be in your life. God has a whole karmic for this person to be with. Literally. What they deserve is a karmic slut, okay, that will open their legs to whatever and do whatever. That's what they deserve. That's what their vibration is. Why they think that they're going to come over here and pull you out of your energy of winning and being successful to pull you back into something that you're not. You are not this being that's just going to allow people to piss on you. I don't know what this person thought. But yeah, they're in the Five of Pentacles. They don't have a home. In fact, whatever this is that they just went to court over, they're fighting with a karmic for a house. They're losing possession of this house. Everything that this person built while they were making fun of you with another person, they're losing all of that. And whoever this person was sleeping with, they believe that a child that is theirs is not theirs, or it's not theirs. And they believe that it's theirs the other way, right? So they've got some type of child that does not look like this fool, does not act like them, does not have the same genetic DNA. And they're like, seriously, they were deceived because they were up under witchcraft. How is that your problem? Death. This is an ending to this person's life. Like when I say to their career is finished. Whatever they were doing to get money, they're not allowed to do it anymore. They either got fired or they're getting kicked out of something, or somebody's cutting them out of an inheritance, a will. They're being denied for loans. And this person could be like, well, I make enough money, but no, the bank's like, nah, we don't trust you. You got bad karma. And I know the bank would never say that to somebody, but they just deny this person's request because this person's trying to find a place to live. This is like a homosexual, somebody that needs a place to live, and they're looking at you because you were kind to them in the past. You were sympathetic or empathetic to them in the past. They see you over here winning, having a place to live, being successful. This is ew. Fucking leech. Like, get away with this shit. I'm also picking up that this could be a female or a male energy. That is pathetic. Somebody that wants to come crawl in bed with you and bring all of their crusty nastiness with them. This person does not take care of their hygiene. They don't take care of these children that are not theirs. Like, literally. This person doesn't take care of their business. That's why they're experiencing a death. And whatever they sent out to you is actually attaching to them. Why? Because they don't take care of their hygiene. They're over here spending all their time drinking, partying, and crying about a door being closed with you forever. This person wanted to come in and knock you up in some type of way or get pregnant by you or whatever to have this baby so they could leech off of you financially for the rest of existence. It's a big fuck no. Okay, this person has been told, no, there's a karmic slut that is perfect for you, that matches your vibration, that matches what you send out. And this person is already a witch. So this person is perfect for you. Be with them. That's literally what God has another plan for this person. And it's to be with a karmic person that's like either prostituting or they were a sex worker. And I'm not dissing anybody that's a sex worker, but this person, if this person had it going on like they think they do, they would probably sell their body for money. But nobody wants that nasty, tainted shit. Like, I'm not kidding. This person can't even fucking bathe. This is disgusting. This is reminding me of somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Literally, you don't even know this person anymore. It's going to surprise you like hell to find out that this is the vampire that's been drooling over you. They're just like salivating. They want to be satiated on your energy so bad. They want to be a part of this future so bad. And they could be facing some type of real death, like not an ego death, but like a physical passing away. This person really thought that this Hierophant was going to, okay, when you go get spell work done, the person doing the spell is not going to do some type of spell work that's going to end them up in spiritual prison. I want people to understand that it's not going to blow back on the spiritual practitioner. This person, they came to a spiritual practitioner with the idea of causing an unnatural death to somebody else, you know? That's not going to blow back on the practitioner for doing the work. The work is going to blow back on this person that requested it. And the practitioner warned this person that it could backfire, especially if you do this to an innocent bystander. It could very well backfire. Somebody could come through like Jesus Christ, per se. Somebody like Jesus Christ could come through and kick all this spell work and all this shit to the fucking curb, stomp on all those serpents, stomp on all those lions. And I love lions, so I don't want to even think of that. I also love serpents. I don't even want to think about somebody stomping on a serpent, but metaphorically, you know, this person really believed that their practitioner was going to sacrifice themselves to do a spell on you. No, practitioners, they'll do the work, but they'll make it set up so that everything comes back on this other person. And when you go to a practitioner to get a spell done, they do spell work so that you have to keep coming to them and paying them a fee so that their clients just don't disappear. That's part of their spellcraft, is to keep people coming back. Duh. The magician, what did I just say about that magic? Part of their witchcraft is to keep people coming back. This person, you know, can't afford the amount of work that they want done. This person could have offered their body to this Hierophant. This is crazy. Seven of Swords. Now this person has to move forward while looking behind them because of this magic that they did. Well, that they went and had done. And like I said, when you go to a witchcraft practitioner, they'll give you the warning of, hey, just let you know, if this person's protected by like Archangel Michael or God, this could very well backfire. Like this could come back and blow back on us. This could hit you. This could hit your family. This person's like, I don't care. I have to have them back. I want a door open to them again so I could come back in, betray them, steal everything, stab them in the back 700 times, and finish my plot of revenge. Like that's literally, this person's like, I need this person back in my life because I don't have shit without them. I don't have a home. I'm stuck to a karmic, you know, and like, this person, this practitioner was like, well, you know, when you're trying to bind somebody's free will, that can backfire, especially if that person's more powerful than you. And that's what we're looking at here. You hold a lot more power, strength, Wheel of Fortune in your bloodline. And this person was trying to bring an end to that. How dare they? This practitioner was like, yeah, I'll do the work, but I'm not going to guarantee that it's going to work. Like I'll do the spell work, but there's no guarantee that it's going to actually work, right? Make sure you guys like the video. I think that's funny. This person also could have been very unfaithful to you. Talking, like, I get that when they were around you, they were talking to other women. Like just like, what does it say in the Bible about the devil going about searching for, what do they say? It's like the devil goes, searching for whom he can devour, some shit like that. That's literally what this person does. They go from person to person to person. This individual is very afraid to be alone for some reason. Like, I don't know why that's coming up, but they also think that you're afraid to be alone, which is obviously not the case. The Hangman. Yeah, like literally they were warned about this Hangman energy that trying to block and stop you and clog up your success could very well sacrifice this other person. And in fact, they may be told that they need to come up with a sacrifice to make this right, because all of this witchcraft, it's not going over well in the spiritual realm. God literally has another plan for this person. Just like they had another plan for you because you denied them, God's got another plan for them. This person wants you to give them money. Like if they were to come into your life, they would try to put some type of sob story on you that they have some type of bill to pay. Then they would take money from you and they would run with it. That's one reason why they're not coming anywhere fucking near you or your fortune. Okay. 9 of Wands. They would try to permanently wound you, injure you to the point where you could never recover financially. And this is all because you said no to them. Like, how childish of an individual do you have to be just because someone says no to you and shuts the door that you go trying to get other entities and shit to open that door? That is psychotic and weird. And love spells 99% of the time backfire. 10 of Wands. Like I said, this person is 9 of Wands, burdened, wounded. They're in the energy of the wounded healer, and they're carrying a 10 of Wands major burden. Burdens that they can't put down now because of what they tried to cast these. They tried to put all of their, and this person has taken no responsibility since this has occurred. Literally, they've contacted this Hierophant to get a reading, but their Hierophant said, yeah, you know what, it didn't work. This person doesn't have the money to pay for the work to be done again. And not only that, they're stuck carrying this 10 of Wands. They are extremely burdened with the work that was already done. They might want to just quit while they're ahead, but I doubt that they will because the Fool was the first card for them. So, I mean, that would be common sense. Like, when something doesn't succeed, no, instead of dust it off and try again, maybe you should look at what your approach is and ask, is that what I'm supposed to be doing? Is trying to put this 10 of Wands burdens, trying to put my poverty, debt, lack, bad luck, mental illness, and fucked up energy on somebody else. Is that what I should be doing? If anybody asks themselves that question, they're going to get the answer, no, that's not what my highest and best purpose is in life, is not to be passing my burdens on an innocent person so that they can carry my problems for me. Like, you would have to carry this person throughout all times. And it's a no. God wants you to be with somebody that if you fall down, will carry you, not the other way around. And you may say, oh, that seems unfair. No, it's not unfair. It's just a different perspective. Another side of the sun. You know what I mean? 9 of Pentacles. You are to remain. I love this. I love the 9 of Pentacles card. Not only does it talk about falconry, which is something I'm very interested in, which is a very old, I don't know if you call it an art form, but basically you train falcons to go hunt for you, and they find like mice, rabbits, snakes, and shit like that. Thank you so much, Fascinating. So make sure you guys like the video. It would really help me. And I believe in you. I believe in you guys. You can like the video. Okay. It's not going to hurt you to do that. I promise you, it's not going to hurt you to do that. So yeah, you're going to remain this 9 of Pentacles, single, self-sufficient, able to stand on your own 2 feet energy. And this other person, they're going to continue to be upset about that. I mean, I don't know what to tell them. I don't even know. I don't think this Hierophant really knows what to tell them either, because they did warn them that this work could backfire. I mean, they didn't say it's most likely going to backfire. They said, give me your money and I'll see what I can do. But it could backfire. That's the way they stated it to this person. So where you were supposed to be carrying all of the burdens, lifting all the financial weight, you've got a big heavy hitter on your team, like Ra, Sekhmet. I'm looking at the Lion on the Wheel of Fortune card. You've got some beings that don't play. Like, literally, this person's stupid. They're trying to come against the sun. Like, that's insane. They wanted you to not be a 9 of Pentacles anymore, because if you were to have to step out of the 9 of Pentacles, this person wants to take your place where they're going to be single, self-sufficient off your energy. This person, if you would have let them back in, they would have gotten with you and planned some sadistic, evil shit to do to you. Like I said, this person only wants you back so they can abuse you. They're like, they don't feel like they abused you enough because you're still successful without them, which shows everyone around them that they're the loser, not you. 5 of Swords. This person has betrayed so many people. This card is so messed up, straight up. You can see these people bent over in the background and swords on the ground. Like, this person has unalived all those people, done just atrocious shit to people, that they have to look over their shoulder, mischievous things, and they have to walk away dissatisfied. That's crazy. They really, really, really were trying to betray somebody. I don't know why they thought they were going to get away with doing this, but like I said, God has another plan for them. 6 again. So we had 666. This person is definitely, and another 6 of cups. They feel like you should have to let them back in because they're from your past. Like, I don't know why they think that though. You could also be like really very protective of your children or your pets at this time. I'm seeing a kitty on the card and I'm seeing those 2 kids. You could be very, very protective of them because this person caused you a lot of trauma and drama in the past. So you could like literally be like, no, I don't want to bring new people that I'm dating or I'm seeing around my kids or around my pets. Like, you're just being protective and you have every right to be, especially if you're a parent. You know, I really applaud those parents that do not just bring any man or woman around their kids. You know what I mean? I saw this one video of this guy coming home from work, and this girl that he was dating was left at home with his child, and she didn't feed the child all day long while he was at work. But she's sitting there eating fried chicken, and the baby is like it's like a baby, like could barely just sit up on its own type baby, you know, real young. And the baby's like, I want some food, and she didn't feed the baby all day long. I would be like, get the fuck out now. Like, give me that food. I'm going to feed my kid with it and you got to go. But yeah, I understand how this man was very upset. Like, if I came home and had left, this is why you can't just leave. You can't just invite any old person into your life to be around your children, to be around your pets, because you don't know how neglectful they are. And again, if that person has not been around a baby or a child, they're not going to know. You have to feed the baby, you have to feed the child. They're not going to know these things. Like, literally, I would not put it past somebody to be like, oh, I didn't know I had to feed them, because if they haven't been around that situation, that's why you can't just leave your child with any old person. If you love your children, you love your pets, and so I applaud you guys for not wanting to just invite this, like not wanting to just let somebody come back in and be around your kids and influence them. Justice. Like, literally. I mean, it's common sense that if you're around, you know, like a baby, a child, anything that is a dependent of you, whether it's an animal are children to me, but like, they're part of the family. Whatever it is, that you're going to have to give it water and feed it. Obviously, nothing can survive basically without food and water for 3 days. That is a rule of nature. This person is stupid. So it's like, did I drop any other cards? Okay, so look at this. So you're coming out as the sun energy, which does not surprise me. The sun and the zodiac. Which means I do feel like you guys are very confident in your ability to discern people, places, and things. You're very much mentally awake and mentally alert. You also are very much about justice. You want a yin yang balance. On this justice card at the bottom, there's like a yin yang. I know it's like kind of hard to see, but that's a yin yang right there. You want balance in your life. This person, they're in trouble. They're in some... Why they want to come in and do this to you and snake you, why they want to do this is because they're in trouble. They're in trouble with the police and they're in trouble with the court system. Something that they've done, the 6 of Swords legal dispute. This could be domestic violence charges that they have. They're in trouble with the police. Okay. They're also having to pay really heavy fines and whatever, because they've done something. I don't exactly know what it is, but it could be domestic violence. It could be something that has to do with abuse. This person is looking at you like an easy target because they feel they don't know how to go forward. They only know how to go backwards, which is kind of weird. But like, literally, I'm seeing this person like getting on a hayride and then expecting the tractor to be put in reverse and the ride to go backwards. That's like literally what I'm being shown. And then this person's like startled when it starts to move forward instead of backwards. Like, obviously the natural flow of time moves forward, not backwards. This person is really weird. But the only reason they want to come back is because you're doing so much better without them. And because they're not a part of this successful spiritual journey that you're on. They weren't able to impregnate you or have a baby by you or whatever. And they also were not able to entrap you for your money. So God is showing you who this person is so that you avoid tragedy. 10 of Swords. They're being 10 of Swords by the justice system. In the future, you may end up having a restraining order against this person, because I do feel like they're wanting to come in. If they could find out where you live, they would come direct to you with this problem and ask you for help because you used to help them in the past. Do not help this person. If they find out where you live, literally report them, block them, block their messages, and then video record them if they come near you, and tell them that you're only going to give them 3 warnings to get the fuck out of your face, the fuck off your property, and the fuck away from you. I would say those were the 3 warnings. Now go. Because the next warning is going to be either pepper spray or it's going to be pew pew. Literally. This person is coming towards you with the intent to get you to take the fall for something that they did. This person could have neglected their own child. They could have left this child home while they went out and partied. This is why you cannot, this is why you're being rewarded for not allowing this person anywhere near you or the ones you care about. And you're getting justice. See, this person wants to come in and use you as a pawn in some type of court case that they're in, because they look like an unstable, unfit parent that's too burdened to actually have custody of their own child. And it's not even their child, but whatever. You've got an Ace of Pentacles here, and this person wants access to it. I suggest that you don't let them back in. They're not gaining access to your pennies that come from heaven. Everything that God gives you in this world, God's not going to take it away from you. You would have to severely abuse the gifts that God gives you for God to take it away. And trust me, God would be so damn lenient that God will allow you to get away with doing evil for a long time before you got punished. So literally, this person should have taken, the fact that they abused you in the past as that they got one over on you, and there is no get back on this. You cannot be abusive to somebody and then think that you deserve a get back. In fact, you deserve a get back, but since you haven't gone back and gotten your get back on this person, God is rewarding you and making sure that you continue to thrive. Knight of Cups. This person is going to come in with some, I can save you, I can deliver you from your problems type bullshit. You don't need this. The only problems you need deliverance from is the ones that this person causes. So you're going to deliver me from yourself? Great, get the fuck out of here. I exorcise you from my life. This person really believes they're going to come in and save you. From fucking what, yo? The only one you need to be saved from is them. What a narc. And I'm not trying to judge this person, but come the fuck on. Seriously. They know damn well that they're bad luck and that they've got bad juju, bad karma, and backfires around them. The Star, they just know that you're this star energy, and they want to be able to have access to that so that they can either stop you from obtaining something or take something from you, trade it in with this Hierophant, have another spell done. This person doesn't feel like going to the witchcraft practitioner was a mistake. They feel like they had the wrong spell done, and that's why it didn't work. That's how stupid they are. And they were warned, if this person's protected by God, if they work for God or they're a chosen one in any type of way, you're not going to be getting away with this crap. This person could have said that you abused their child. No, you didn't. Fucking liar, dude. This person, that's one reason why this person's getting slapped the fuck out by the universe, because they played too much. This is all some type of sick, twisted mental game that they intend on forcing upon an innocent person. You don't want to play this fucked up game with this person. Allow the police to play the game with them. Yeah, this person thinks that you're all by yourself, you're all alone, and nobody supports you. That is not true. That is absolutely not true. And this person, when they were around you before, they were extremely jealous of any support or love that you got from anybody else. This person wants you to go away from the light and go stand in the darkness by yourself. The hell. You could have had to go within and heal quite a bit to move on from this relationship or this past situationship. 3 of Wands. You had this person wants, see how that ship is coming in. Your ships are coming in. Obviously, you've made an order to the universe, and the universe is, bringing your ships in. You have a harvest coming in. Like this person wants your ships that are coming in. Instead of going to get a harvest of their own, they feel like they're just going to harvest your energy again. And it's a big no. They're being told that that is not what's going to happen here. In fact, this practitioner probably will do another spell for them, but they're going to put the work on this person, because this practitioner, I think, is afraid to do work on you now. The Tower, because they know that they'll be thrown out of this tower head first without any type of parachute. I don't mean to laugh at that, but like literally, this practitioner knows that the reason that they're everything in their life is going downhill is because they've done work on the wrong person. Judgment with the Devil. And you're over here in the Queen of Pentacles with the 3 of Pentacles, a new collaboration, and a 10 of Pentacles. You have a community backing you and a whole 10 of Pentacles here. You also have a new love union coming in. This person thinks that you're going to be deceived and think that they're your twin flame. Nobody from your past is your twin flame. I can guarantee that. They want to be, but that doesn't mean that they are. That just means that they're a wannabe. This person is a wannabe. They want to be everything other than them. And they could be facing some type of prison time for this neglect and child abuse that I'm picking up on. They could literally be facing some type of DCFS case, whatever, prison time. They're in trouble. You're not supposed to be doing devilment to innocent people, to just any people. I mean, literally, the amount of karma that they got for this is enough to take their own life. So they might want to be mindful about any other spells that they try to do on you, of that backfiring. 7 of Wands. You have had to defend yourself from this person in the past, probably to get away from this abusive relationship. This person that pretended to love you while they were secretly jealous and hating on you and envious of everything that you are. All right. This person could very well be in the 9 of Swords right now. See that ghost up there, haunted by the thought of you, the loss of you. They're grieving. They're sick. They feel violently ill. They don't know what to do. They feel so in love with you that they just can't stand it. This is the love magic working on them. I mean, the practitioner agreed to do the magic, but the practitioner didn't agree to do the magic for sure on you. They just said, yeah, I'll get it done. But they did this shit. They either it backfired and this is the cause of it, or they did this work on them. And most likely because they want this person to become more obsessed with you so that they go back to the Hierophant getting more spells done. Like I said, this Hierophant has put something in so that like anytime a person comes to them, they keep coming back for more spell work. The 8 of Wands. It's just causing this person to be at a major crossroads in life. They're going to have to make a new choice moving forward. Bullying you is not the fucking answer, obviously. I feel like you could have been dealing with somebody that was straight up naive. Very naive. Page of Cups. This person wants something to leave their children, or they want something to leave and a legacy to. It's crazy. Okay, what else do we need to know about this situation? I guess that this is not working. You're the High Priestess. You can see through this person's intentions. You'll be able to read their energy real easy. Anybody wanting to come back from the past is planning to ensnare you and trap you, or they want to use you to make them look good in the court system so that they can have access to this child that's not theirs. I don't know. They're on some weird shit. This person's must be up under a love spell. It feels like a compulsion spell because they act very compulsively. Empress. Yeah, you're a loving mother. This person would taint your reputation. and make you look bad. And this person brings you up so much. It's crazy. Knight of Swords. Yeah, they're very, very aggressive. They want to aggressively come towards you with the devil. It's a big no. You cut them off right in time. The reason that you're still going to be successful is because you said no to this person. Okay, let's get a final outcome from this situation. Queen of Wands. Like I said, God has a perfectly perfect karmic for this person to be with. Like God's got another plan for them. And it does not involve you. In fact, this person might want to be mindful and repent and apologize to you. But, you know, don't even allow an apology to open a door with them. I would reject it and just don't answer that shit. Block them. Because again, they're coming attached to a bunch of drama, a bunch of witchcraft, a bunch of spell work. They got a bunch of poverty, a bunch of soul contracts that need to be resolved. This person's too negative and low vibrational. They're about to experience the loss of a family member because of this witchcraft that they just did. So, well, they didn't do it. They're not smart enough, to be honest. This is another reason that they're in trouble with the courts, because you can't get away with doing spiritual crimes against people forever. That's unrealistic to think. And this person, all that they were going to abuse you is what you allowed them to do in the past. And you're not accepting this person now. Fuck no. Let's get some of this deck. See if anything else pops out about them that we need to know about. And then we'll close. Love spell. What did I just say with this love magic shit? Love spell, love binding, love curse, love obsession, come to me spell, love hex separation, karmic love. That's what their agenda is. But it's really because they want to steal, robbery, theft, debt, poverty, desperation, money hungry, and greedy. They see you being very successful and they want that for themselves. This person is having a court case. They're having court issues. They're having legal restraints, arrests, search warrants, bonds, bounties, evidence, and documents. They're also being casted out of a house. This is somebody who is bullying you online also. Cyberbully, snitch, op, hacker, false person, bots, drones, spies. That's what the energy that they have towards you. That's crazy. This was such a stupid idea, straight up. You just need to cleanse your space of them, clear your energy, cleanse your home, bless your property, take a spiritual bath, do a smudging ritual, releasing ritual to release this person. Scandal, conspiracy, scheming, plotting, plot planning, manipulation, because that's what they're doing. They're trying to open some type of scandal on you. This person knows what they're doing. I truly do believe that. Military, Navy, Air Force, Special Forces, soldiers, veterans. This person is trying to say that you're some type of erroristic threat. How is you being an intuitive being make you an erroristic threat? Shut the fuck up. This is why this person needs to go away. And I'm not even kidding. They need to go now before you decide to actually call upon God, Jehovah, Yahweh, Nyarlathotep, Shoggoth, Sophia, Christos, Christ consciousness. Literally, this person might want to be mindful that Jesus Christ will come down and whoop that ass. Literally, this is one reason why you're not being victimized by this person right now, is because Jesus Christ loves you. This person okay, so you could be somebody that's a spiritual practitioner, a psychic, fortune teller, tarot card reader, a content creator. This person wants to do that. They're weird. They don't have a psychic gift. What the fuck is wrong with them? Seriously, what the hell is wrong with this person? How weird are they? That is creepy. They're way triggered, angry, salty, pressed, pissed off because you have gifts and abilities that they'll never possess. Even if they think they can possess you, they can't possess this ability that you have to see through people. They hate that you're a content creator. Get the fuck over it. Everybody is a content creator. This person's going to beg for compassion and grace, and this person, you know, they're going to beg for forgiveness. I don't think you can be forgiven after doing this type of shit to somebody and attempting to do it. They only want forgiveness because it's not successful. All right. They were never your friend, never your lover. They were always trolling. Don't open a door with them back up. Yeah, you've healed from this connection. You've had a rebirth. You're transformed. You transmutated the energy. You've transferred something. You're a very generous person that's in your birthright, and you're very charitable to the public. You're definitely a civil prophet of some type. You're an earth angel, same thing as a civil prophet. Earth angel, light worker, star seed, wise one, the chosen, and ascended master. So yeah, the only way that you won't ascend is if you engage with this person again. But I don't get that you guys are going to do that. Is there anything else that we need to know? This person's about to see the wrath of God, vengeance of God. They're losing their gifts. They never had gifts, whatever. This person started a war with you and with God. They wanted your personal legacy and they wanted your spiritual inheritance. It's a fuck no. You're not giving any of these things to this person. I don't know why people think that you guys are like easily stepped on, easily walked on, all that. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, Fashionista. You're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you so much for that donation. But yeah, I feel like it's crazy for people to think that you guys are easily stepped upon. That's just not true. So let's see what the spirit messages, if spirit has any advice moving forward on how to deal with this person's energy. Because they're like, you know, like an annoying insect. It says it's time to stop letting worry rule you. Instead, get excited about your future and what it will bring. What energy and emotion you put out comes back to you. With a little conscious effort on your part, the happy ending will and can be yours. Believe that. No, that's absolutely part of your destiny. You having a happy ending because you started it all with happiness. It says let go of the old, means don't take this person back, and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, or doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. If you have intrusive thoughts coming in, ask yourself whose thoughts are those, and then ask yourself, well, if it's not my thought, then do I have to accept it? No. In fact, the more that we can be the observer of our thought rather than the participator in it, the better we're going to be at discerning what belongs to us and what doesn't. It says if it's meant to be, it will be. You won't have to force, convince, or worry over it. Let it flow. Oh, you're so welcome. It says let it flow, literally, and let it come to you. You're attracting everything you need. Trust in the timing of life. Yeah, the divine timing is like you being fulfilled in your destiny. That is divine timing. This is going to happen no matter what. And they can continue to try to block you or stop you, but they're not going to get anywhere with that. It says never allow yourself to be taken for granted. That's what this person does. It's better to remove yourself from the situation than to be treated less than you deserve. You are precious and worthy. You guys are so worthy, so loved by God. If God loves you this much, then anybody else that doesn't love you, that doesn't mean shit, because God loves you. The one important thing to receive love from is yourself and from the Most High God. It says sometimes walking away is the only option, not because you want to make someone miss you, even though this person does, or realize that they took you for granted. Wow. But because you finally respect yourself enough to know that you deserve better. Yeah, absolutely. It says, when there are questions you need assistance with, go within. Sit with yourself, meditate on the question, ask for our help also. Then trust your intuition, as most often the answer and guidance will be delivered to you intuitively. We are with you always. All right, one more. Don't allow anyone to abuse your power, take it away from you. Remember, you will be treated how you allow others to treat you. Show them that you value yourself far too much to settle than anything less than what you deserve. Definitely got a theme of energy going here with like worthiness, deserving, and all that. Says, don't place limits upon yourself. You are an infinite being with unlimited potential. You can have and be anything you want. Don't hold yourself back or allow anyone else to. This is your life. Live your truth and remain heart-centered at all times. Welcome in, Monique. Welcome in. It's nice to see you. So yeah, remain heart-centered at all times, literally. Where you are right now is where you're supposed to be. Don't compare yourself to others. That only adds pressure. Trust me. You have no idea what other people are going through unless you tap in and then you find out. And then you, trust me, you will not be envious of anybody else. This person from the past, they want you to be like jealous and competitive and weird over them. And that's just not going to happen. It says, take each day as it comes and for what it is. You are a better person than you were yesterday. Growth isn't easy, but you got this. And growth, just think of how a child is formed, how it takes 9 months for a baby to form so that the soul could be inside the body, right? So it's like literally, just think about how God manifests. God manifests through growth. Even if it's a little bit like growing a baby, a little bit of growth a day, you're still growing. If you find yourself stuck in a situation you're unhappy with, ask yourself, why are you still there? Is it the fear of the unknown? Leaving toxic situations or people can be the best thing you could do for your soul and spirit. Be fierce. Don't be afraid to walk away from things that don't serve your purpose. It says, make it your mission to accept all parts of you, the good and what you perceive to be your imperfections. Don't look for any outside validation. It's already within you. That's another thing that this person wants you to do, is be looking to them for validation. You don't need this person to validate your light worker, earth angelness, literally. Says, once you realize your true beauty and potential, you will never doubt yourself again. Says, go back to the heart of who you truly are. There you will find peace. Look at your life in its entirety. Acknowledge any old wounds and then release them. Use what they taught you as added strength. Keep moving forward with a renewed sense of confidence. Let's get one more. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been put on hold suddenly propel forward. Move with the flow and be mindful of your needs and what needs your attention the most. It says, make decisions rationally but sensibly. And I think that that's really sound advice right there. I do feel like you guys are rational people. Like, seriously, it's this other person that's illogical. All right, you guys, thank you for making it to the ending of this reading. I appreciate you for being here with me. Please like this video, tap that notification bell, make sure you're subscribed and all that good stuff so that you are notified when I go live. And thank you for being here with me. I love you. Peace be with you. You guys have a wonderful day. All right. Thank you so much again, Fashionista, for the donation. If any of you would like to tip or donate, there is a link in the chat. There's 2 links in the chat. But know that I am very happy and pleased with your likes, your subscribes, and all that good stuff. Okay. All right. I'm praying for you guys. I love you. Peace be with you. I'll see you in the next reading. Have a wonderful, happy day, you guys. Bye.